Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway here in Loudon, New Hampshire, for the running of the Foxwoods Resort Casino 301. Today, on the pole today is Jacob Deputy. Start next to him is Chris Sherman. And we're gonna get the command to start the engines and get this race started here from New Hampshire.
Drivers, start your engines!
And they're going to roll off the pit lane when they pull off. I'm going to let you know the drivers are out of today's race. The 14 are RJ Harper, 17 to Reese Cameron, 13 to Rex Wilkes, and 81 to Dave James. Top 10 goes as in today's race. Start today's race. Jacob Deputy first, second Chris Sherman, third Rusty Potts, fourth Jacob Boyles, fifth Karen James, sixth Alex Diaz, seventh Simoes Khan, eighth Kyle Brown, ninth Carter Joey, and rounding off your top 10 is Jacob Dillons. You can look at the rest of your starting lineup on the left side of your screen. And we've had a huge mix up in the points here. I'm gonna have to turn down the volume for the cars because my volume for my computer is high. So I'm gonna do that real quick here in a second. Check out the rest of the starting lineup here. I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'm gonna go turn this down real quick. Hopefully that's good enough. A little better. Okay. And we're green here from New Hampshire. So Scott Upton's now our point leader. He's 35 points ahead of Michael Meadows. Michael Meadows and Arthur Xavier are tied with 300 points in the points right now. It's second place. But Jacob Deputy's going to take a pretty big lead here. Oh, wreck! Stephen Paul the third around. And I guess the one of Chris Sherman was on the pit lane. That's not a good start of his day either. Now here comes Chris Sherman. Race back to the line here. Chris Sherman the inside. Will you be able to take the lead here? Race back to the line. Jacob Deputy wins by a 0.01 of a second. Wow. So it was a minor spin. We're going to see if they're going to pit here. Real quick. Even though it's only 3 laps in, they may end up pitting anyway. We're going to make sure they we're going to make sure, see if they don't, or if they do here. It looks like they're going to pit here. So pit stops early in this race. No need to push it, just pit now. In case we get a long green flag run here. So everybody's coming down for some fuel and some new tires, I imagine. Looks like. And Alex Diaz wins the race off a pit road. He must have done fuel only. Kyle Brown the same. So we'll be right back to see what happened to Stephen Paul III. Welcome back here to New Hampshire, and it looks like they're 3 wide. Stephen Paul III didn't know that Chase Harris was up on the other side of Brian James here, and he just comes up. Brian James has nowhere to go, and they just turn. So that's not what Chase Harris wanted. That's not what Stephen Paul III wanted. That's not what Brian James wanted. They've all been struggling recently, especially Stephen Paul III. with being the last in the points and barely misses. Everybody else barely misses there on the inside line. They barely avoid him, but that's all that happened. We'll be right back for the green here from New Hampshire. Welcome back here to New Hampshire, and it looks like Cole Miller is out of the race here today with expired engine, and Alex Diaz is gonna lead us back to the green here. So Alex Diaz first, second Carter Joey third, Trevor Collins fourth, Jacob Deputy fifth, Chris Sherman sixth, Jacob Boyle seventh, Karen James eighth, Smoes Khan ninth, Jeff Cameron, and rounding off your top 10 is Rusty Potts. And I'm going to mention these guys. These are the guys that are now having to run through knockout qualifying and that started this race. Cole Miller, Alex Diaz, Chris Sherman, Jeff Cameron, Chase Harris, Dave James, Smoes Khan, RJ Harper, Rex Wilkes, Reese Cameron, and Stephen Paulo III. Those are the guys who are now in knockout qualifying. The new list started today. And they're going to have to be, the new roster started today, so they're going to have to start doing that. And we have a caution here. It looks like Mitchell Collins was involved. So this is turning out to be a wreck fest again here. Like last race at Michigan. We're going to see if they're going to pit again. And it looks like they will pit again. Or some of the field's going to pit here. Jacob Deputy's going to stay out. So we have some pitting, some not. Most of the back of the field's pitting here. There's only one lap under green there, so I don't think pitting's really that necessary, but some of these guys think it's necessary. I think these guys are already done. They're just topping up with fuel. I think that's what all they did. So we'll be right back to see what happened to Mitchell Collins. So I don't know exactly what happened here, but it looks like Mitchell Collins didn't expect Arthur Xavier to come up here, and this is not going to be good for Arthur Xavier. He's going to run right into Arthur Xavier, spins out, barely avoids Ian Brennan, and 00 Nick Lewis has nowhere to go, and here comes the 20 of Dylan Ibrahimi, and he tries to slow down, but he just couldn't. I think Stephen Paul III got through it, but we're going to look at another view of this and get a ride along with Dylan Ibrahimian. Yep. And Dylan Ibrahimian barely touches him, but we're going to watch it anyway. Maybe Robert Pollard, that'll be a little bit better. Some nice driving. Nice driving from, I guess Mitchell Collins keeps on spinning out, but nice driving by Robert Pollard, and we'll be right back for the green here from New Hampshire. Welcome back here to New Hampshire. No one retired after that crash, that wreck, so we're going to give you your top 10 here. Jacob Deputy first, second Chris Sherman third, Jacob Boyles fourth, Smoes Khan fifth, Rusty Potts sixth, Tim Hortons seventh, Steve Pollard eighth, Casey Horton ninth, Alex Diaz, and round out your top 10 is Carter Joey. Let's see if we can make a lap here without having a wreck here. And here comes Chris Sherman to the inside for the lead. Looks like we made it a lap this time around. Jacob Deputy takes the lead back. looks like the 62 Michael Meadows to the pit road. He has some damage. So some of our points leaders here have some damage. And it looks like Michael Meadows and Arthur Xavier to the pit road. And Nick Lewis to the pit road. Nick Lewis, I think, is in the top 10. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to check real quick. No, he's not. He's actually in 20th in the points. So this is not a good day for him. He needs to get some points. Get in that top 16. Chris Sherman's trying his best to get around Deputy. I apologize. But this is that outside line. Obviously, it's really hard to pass here, so it's not surprising, especially with Jacob Dillon's car. Jacob Deputy, I apologize again. Car being as strong as it is, so. I mean, here comes Chris Sherman again to the inside for the lead. Oh, checks up. Smozcon had a slam on those brakes. And Jacob Deputy takes the lead back here. So I don't know if Chris Sherman's confident enough to get around Jacob Deputy. Here comes Smozcon on the inside. And he will take second. Maybe. And lap traffic is now going to be a problem. Alex Diaz is going to be in the way of Smozcon. But he's going to be on pace, so. He's going to try to get that lap back. So, I don't know. Pit stops are happening at this point. We got cars coming down the pit road, so. And Alex Diaz to the pit road again. He must have an issue of some sort with that car. This is what the race that Chris Sherman needed here. He needs to get some points today. He's been working on it. He's been getting better in the points here. Last race he gained 2 positions in the points. So he's hoping to have another good day today. But obviously it's not gonna make a difference. He's still gonna be in the knockout qualifying for the next 6 races or next 5 races after this, because today is the first race. So. Next 5 races, he's still going to be under it, regardless of what position he's in. So, because it only refreshes every 6 races. So, be race 19 when that refreshes again. So, and there's a caution. Oh, Chris Splitzer involved. It looks like Kai Rivera's got some damage. And we're going to have some jumble up mess here. It looks like Austin Horton's coming off the pit road. We're going to see if they're going to pit here. And I imagine they will. Yes, they will pit here. So our leaders are going to the pit road again here. I don't know, this is going to allow, I think that most of the field's actually a lap down here. And we have multiple drivers who've retired from the race because they ran out of fuel. Oh, that's craziness right there. I don't know what's going on there. Some bad crew chiefing there. It looks like Carter Joey's one of those. We're gonna look at that in a little bit here. Oh, contact on the pit road. But we're gonna go see what happened here from New Hampshire. I don't know exactly what happened, but we'll figure it out. We'll be right back. See what happened. Welcome back here to New Hampshire. I have no clue what Kai Rivera was doing here. 1 second. It's gonna come down. I guess they're gonna pit here. I think Chase Harris got in the grass, checks up, goes into the grass again, and then he runs up the track trying to avoid him, runs right into Alex Diaz, which I think he ran out of fuel or something. We got multiple drivers driving through the grass here. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but we'll be right back here from New Hampshire. Welcome back to New Hampshire. I have no clue what's going on with Austin Horton here, but whatever. So the guy's out of the race. Mohammed Zain Abdullah, Jeff Cameron, Carter Joey, Trevor Collins, Alex Diaz, Kyle Brown, and the 95 of Cole Miller, which had an expired engine earlier in the race. So here's your top 10. Smose Khan, second. Scott Upton, third. Dylan Ibrahim, fourth. Jacob Deputy, fifth. Chris Sherman, sixth. Jacob Boyles, seventh. Rusty Potts, eighth. Tim Horton, ninth. Not Harley Tall. Karen James, but it doesn't really matter. Stephen Paulo, third and 10th. And the restart was waved off here. Probably because Austin Horton was stopped on the track here. So I don't know if they're gonna pit again. I don't know what's happening here. This is just craziness here. I have no clue what's going on. This may end up being the longest race of the season, just simply because of how crazy this race has been. We're just over half, basically. They're gonna pit again. Okay. So leaders to the pit road. I guess Austin Horton made it to the pit road, either by tow. I don't know how he made it to the pit road. Contact somewhere on the pit road here. I just heard some contact. I don't think there's any damage though. But it looks like Chris Sherman wins the race off pit road here again. So we'll be right back here from New Hampshire whenever the restart's going to be. I don't know if it's this lap. But whenever the restart is, we'll be right back here from New Hampshire. Welcome back here to New Hampshire. Finally getting a restart here. Austin Horton's going to be in the way for some reason. I didn't take him to the field, obviously, because it's NR and doesn't do that. But here's your top 10. Chris Sherman for second. Tim Horton third. Jacob Boyles fourth. Casey Horton's fifth. Jacob Deputy sixth. Rusty Potts seventh. Steve Pollard eighth. Karen James ninth. Harley Tall, and rounding off your top 10 is Daniel Hammond. Hopefully we can actually have some racing here for a little bit. I don't know how long this is going to last. Chris Sherman to the inside for the Tim Horton to try, not Tim Horton, Austin Horton to get around him. Cannot get around him. Just gonna hold him up. Tim Horton's gonna try to get around him. Maybe Austin Horton's helping his brother here, Tim Horton, to get around, which is totally legal. I guess in NR. In real life, I don't know how legal that would be, but Jacob Boyles to the inside of Tim Horton. Govid right in there. And Casey Horton's coming up here. It's definitely been her best race of the year so far today. Of course, Tim Horton won the race at Richmond not too long ago. Race 9, not race 9, race 8. So, oh, was it? It was race 9, yeah, race 9 at Richmond. And Jacob Boyles to the inside again of Tim Horton. And he will take second place from Tim Horton. It's definitely been the best day for Amoco Racing so far this season. 93. Of course, 81 is not in the field today. Dave James, that's another Amoco Racing car. Next season, we will be having Amoco as our official fuel provider for the Kroger National Series. This season, we obviously have Sunoco still, but next season we're switching over to Amoco to be our official fueling supplier for this series. It's a great partnership we hope to have for a few years. Of course, Amoco is owned by BP. And they're making a comeback recently. And in the inside, Jacob Boyles. Confident. He wants to get that first place position. And I think he's going to get it. Coming off of turn 4. Chris Sherman's going to lead it back to the line. But obviously Jacob Boyles has the preferred line around this track. And he will take the lead. And this race is winding down real quickly. Right in our already 6 laps to go this time around. Or 7 laps to go this time around here for Jacob Boyles. Chris Sherman to the inside. And he will take the lead. Both these guys desperately need wins. They need wins right now. They desperately need a win, both of them. We have 5 to go. Jacob Boyles is all over that back bumper of Chris Sherman. To the inside, Jacob Boyles again. This may be able to make it stick. I don't know if he will be able to. It's going to be tough coming off of turn 4 here. And he will not be able to keep it stick. Stick. Tim Horton for 3rd, battling Rusty Potts. Jacob Boyles the inside again for the lead. And he will take the lead. Jacob Boyles is the only Toyota in the top 5 right now. It's the day that Toyota needs. They have not had a very good season. They've had a few wins, I think at 2 in total, but they've not had a really good season compared to all the other manufacturers. Obviously, they have less cars. But here comes Chris Sherman. They're going to pit. Rusty Potts will take the lead. 2 to go for Rusty Potts. I think Rusty Potts is the only Penske driver that hasn't won a race yet. I'm going to check if Will Parrish has won a race. I think he has, yes. Rusty Potts is the only one that has not won a race yet. So he's hoping to get a win today. And he's going to come around turn 4. He's going to stay on the track. So white flag for Rusty Potts. Karen James is second. She's trying to get her second win of the season. Is Rusty Potts going to make it to the end? Will he have to pit on the last lap here? No, he won't. He will finish. Rusty Potts wins at New Hampshire. Congrats to Rusty Potts and congrats to Penske. Now all their drivers have won a race this season. And congrats again to Rusty Potts. Good race for Daniel Hammond. He needed that. He was right on the cusp of being in that bottom in the knockout qualifying order, and a sad way to end the race for Jacob Boyles, not making it to the end. And topping out the fuel every time may have been the smartest idea I've ever seen. So your final results are gonna be on the left side of your screen. Only 16 cars finished on the lead lap, so I'll give you your top 10. Rusty Potts first, second, Karen James third, Daniel Hammond fourth, Cameron Parker fifth, Jacob Deputy sixth, Steve Pollard seventh, Will Parrish eighth, Colby Harris ninth, Harley Tull, and rounding off your top 10 is Jacob Dillons. And you can look at the rest of your final results here. I'm gonna save this real quick before we forget again, or we haven't forgot yet, but I could see myself forgetting. So the rest of your final results are going to be right here. And our next race will be at Watkins Glen. That will be uploaded on Monday. And that will be up at noon. Don't worry, I'm getting it up at noon on Monday. It will have the point standings on it. And then the race after that, I think we're at Darlington. That will be uploaded on Wednesday. And then I think we go to Charlotte after that. So that'll be the Coca-Cola 600 after that. So get ready for that. There'll be a long race. So thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you guys at at Watkins Glen. Goodbye, everybody.